Hello everyone, it's me again, Xeno, and we're today again watching a new clan trailer for Bloodlines 2. This time we have the Labubu clan, Lasombra clan, the masters of shadows and manipulation. And, well, like every time, we will watch it together right now, and then I will analyze it. I'm sorry for my voice today, but I have a cold. So, yeah, it looks like vampires can get a cold also. Let's watch it, and there is a lot of very cool stuff presented here. So, I'm shutting up, and let's watch.
Lasombra, interesting. Time was the court would have ripped apart one of your blood. But times change. Tempers fade. And deals get struck.
I suppose you won't have heard, child of Lasombra, that your clan is welcome in the Camarilla. Surprise.
I really want to know about our newest recruit, Onda. She cut a deal to be let in. I want the skinny on it.
We're the same clan, and you're my elder. The fuck am I gonna teach you? How to use a DVR?
Before I slept, most of our number were firmly Sabbat.
Upset you missed a chance to have a hand in it? You snooze, you lose.
I earned something of a reputation in the underbelly of Constantinople. I was feared, and ultimately obeyed. Run, now! Keep that in mind for the next time we speak.
I like my problems to stay where I can see them, rather than hiding in the shadows.
You just stroll into town, my town, a town I had to work to be a part of, with your big bad elder reputation and your stupid fucking name, and you're just gifted a place in the Camarilla? Oh, but you don't know how you got here, and for some mysterious reason, no one understands, you can't even fuck off somewhere else. Your story don't quite add up. Something's off about you. Fire.
Thanks, Preacher. I needed to see someone reassuring tonight.
Not in the mood to be saved tonight, thanks. I've had this whole sexy priest fantasy since Catholic school.
You should have just turned the other cheek, fucker!
A wise prince knows which threats must be dealt with immediately, and which can be left to simmer.
This is your tinfoil Sabbat thing again, right?
You needn't look very far. After all, who were the first Sabbat, if not animals?
Those who need coddling are not worthy of Clan Lasombra. You should have found yourself a Ventru.
And well, that's the Lasombra trailer. So let's analyze it, because there is a lot to analyze. So obviously, at the beginning we have the male Lasombra. Obviously, this whole trailer again was handcrafted and captured by the amazing Outstar. So that's that. So yeah, male Lasombra fire in one of the outfits. And Lasombra, this female version of Lasombra fire is fire. This is peak performance. That's how peak vampire performance looks like. But yeah, let's continue. So what Fabian is talking about at the beginning is that Lasombra, and we hear about it later in the trailer, Lasombra have a reputation since the Dark Ages, since the medieval times, of being mostly associated with the Sabbat, so the vampire death cult, one of the three main vampire sects, so Camarilla, Anarchs, and Sabbat. This is obviously V5 continuity, mostly, and Sabbat is more or less kind of gone, in a way. They are very scattered, they aren't as organized as they used to be in the Legacy. And the two main clans that comprise the Sabbat, Lasombra and Tzimisce, most of the younger ones from these clans took off to some other sects. So in V5, younger Tzimisce are mostly Anarch, and Lasombra are as we can see, Camarilla. So that's that, and obviously Fire is old enough to not remember because it happened like not too long ago from our like year standpoint. Lasombra joined the Camarilla in like the last 20, maybe 15 years. So Fire sleeping for 100 and being an elder before that is, yeah, they have no idea. And Fire most likely wasn't Sabbath either, or they were, but since then became an autarkis, so an independent vampire. You know, the nomad traveler. Who knows? Who knows? We will know later. So yeah, and deals get struck. So Lasombra struck a deal with the Camarilla to join the Camarilla, yeah, to join in. And like Lou is saying right now, Child of Lasombra, you are welcome in the Camarilla. This is very cool shot. Obviously, Lasombra are deeply tied to the church, the Catholic Church, the Christianity, because they manipulate it. They manipulate the Pope, the bishops, the Vatican, and their manipulation methods, unlike the Ventru, who use mostly the businesses, the money, and stuff like that, Lasombra manipulate from the shadows of cathedrals, of churches. They are deeply tied to religion. So obviously we will see some religious images in the trailer itself and Lasombra outfits also. So here we have like I'm assuming that's some sort of cathedral or a chapel, and here is a that's not a fresque, glass painting, this glass portrait of a most likely Cain murdering Abel. And of course, most Sabbath vampires are nodists. In a way, they worship Cain as a first vampire, the god, their dark father. So that's that in a church. So again. We actually saw this location before on one of the screens in one of the old developer diaries, dev diaries. It was like a one screenshot of, I think, the Tremere Fire fighting some ghoul or a vampire or other vampire. So we saw that place, but yeah, obviously a church, a very gothic looking place. Obviously it had to appear in the vampire game, and what Tolly is talking about here is that Onda, so the dark-skinned lady, is a Lasombra primogen. She's younger than Fire, obviously, as we learn later in this trailer, and she has quite an attitude. So she struck a deal, most likely with J.J. Campbell, so the prince, to get in Camarilla. And Tolly is not too happy about it and wants some information about it. So yeah, that's Onda. That's Tolly. She's looking fine, very fine. Might be one of my favorite NPC designs, actually. Her design is simple yet effective. She radiates this like presence, not the discipline, but the aura. And she's hot also. So yeah. And yeah, she has quite the attitude. You're my elder from the same clan. What am I gonna teach you? Yeah, an attitude, like I said. So yeah, talking about Lasombra previously being mostly Sabbath. And a sneer remark from Onda: upset you, missed your chance to have a hand. Yeah, Fire was in torpor for a long time, 100 years or so. And wasn't, I assume, wasn't from the Sabbath like entirely. So Onda being an Ancilla, I assume, or younger than Ancilla, Neonate perhaps has some sneaky remarks. You snooze, you lose, yeah. So that's one of the paths we can take regarding Fire backstory. Because we have a set character, like I said multiple times, we play as Fire, and some things in our backstory are set in stone, but not all of them. We can shape our backstory and who Fire was through dialogue, through confirming myths about us, confirming legends or denying them and correcting them. So we are creating our own legend. So in this run of Lasombra Fire, Fire was had an reputation in Constantinople, was feared and obeyed. So yeah, and is threatening someone. We don't. That's Katsumi, I assume, because of the hair, I guess. Yeah, that's most likely Katsumi. Yeah, her hair match. So she's the Anarch leader. I don't want to say Baron because she's not really a Baron per se. But yeah. So again, this dialogue is most likely clan specific because, you know, Lasombra controls shadows. They use shadows. So rather than hiding in the shadows, so each clan will have some unique dialogue options with the NPCs, some unique reactions, which is very cool. Again, our skill tree, Lasombra have Dominate, Potence, and Oblivion affinities, and their whole skin tree is mostly Oblivion, is, well, purely Oblivion actually. So I have a whole video about what Oblivion is. Obviously, it's a discipline in V5, so Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. But it's also a name of a place under the Shadowlands, the Abyss, the Endless Sea, I think it was, it was something next to it. But Oblivion, the Abyss, in Legacy editions, so the older editions, was a place where demons, the fallen angels, were trapped by God in Demon the Fallen. So that was the connection. And in V5, the Lasombra discipline of obtenebration, so the shadow manipulation from the Oblivion, the Abyss, was combined with Giovanni and now Hecata necromancy discipline, and created the whole Oblivion discipline, because both the Shadowlands, so the underworld, the land of ghosts, the dead, and the Abyss, the Oblivion, are kinda in the same place. They're connected, but they are not the same, which is why I'm maybe not the biggest fan of connecting the two disciplines into one, because it creates some issues, at least for me. But, well, yeah, that's that. So Oblivion, in the case of Lasombra and here, allows us to control the shadows, and not like shadows, the lack of light, but the darkness itself mostly. We can shape shadows, obviously the natural shadows, but we can create darkness, the actual concept of darkness. So Oblivion discipline is very edgy. Yeah. So the powers. Arms of Ahriman. In TTRPG, that's basically shadow tentacles, the staple of Clan Lasombra. And here we can use them to ensnare our opponents, to trap them in one place, as we can see here. And while we watching that, Onda is talking about how it is unfair for Fire to show up, and because we are an elder, we are powerful, we can kill most likely everybody. We are just granted the place in the Camarilla, while she had to work for it, to make deals, sacrifice stuff, and she's being real brat about it. I mean, you said you snooze, you lose, so now deal with this. Maybe if you were an elder, oh wait, you're not an elder, shame on you, I guess. I mean, she's hot, but yeah, don't be a brat. I can't wait to see if there's an option to actually, like, discipline her as you know, we are an elder vampire. She's a neonate or maybe an ancilla. We can just, you know, slap her and... Who do you think you're talking to? So yeah. That's cool. Shadow Step. That's a very cool power. That's basically a short-range teleportation behind the target into the target's shadow. So we teleport from one place to another, and we attack from the shadows. Very edgy. And the detail of eyes, Fire's eyes, glowing when we use Oblivion, that's a very cool touch, because unlike most disciplines, at least in lore of V5, Oblivion isn't purely from our blood. You know, potence makes our muscles stronger, celerity makes us faster, and even, you know, blood sorcery is mostly using our blood. Oblivion, it's mostly a gateway to the realm of darkness, to the abyss, the Oblivion itself. So that's a cool indicator that, well, something's not right here, right? That's very cool detail. Yeah, so big bad elder reputation, we are an elder and we are better than you. A glimpse of Oblivion. We can basically scare everyone, because we are scary and shadows and darkness and stuff. And they are running in panic. Enter Oblivion. Enter a dimension where only you and those touched by you exist. So we basically cross to the Shadow Realm, and we can attack without being interrupted by some other parties for a limited period of time. So that's very cool. Kind of like a stand, I think, from JoJo. There was a stand like that, if I remember correctly. I can't remember right now, but I think it was like part 5? The Man in the Mirror, maybe? Never mind. Okay, so we attack. Yeah, our story don't quite add up, but yeah. And we can leave our target there. We can leave our target in Oblivion. Yeah. Okay. So we just banish them to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, we are fire. It's not our name. We are the Nomad. You look hot. I really like you. Almost love you, I must say, mommy, but I will slap you if you talk to me like that. I mean, fire will do it. I would never. So yeah. Priest outfit. That's one of the Lasombra outfits, the 4th one. Like I said, Lasombra are very tied to the church, the clergy. So this outfit actually will include some very unique dialogues, it seems. As we know, cosplaying as a preacher or a priest. So everyone will have a different response to us wearing it. Kinky, angry, sad, you know. So now Lasombra outfits. Let's go through them really quick. The atheist. So yeah, not all Lasombra are connected to the church, but even atheism is kinda connected, because like the antithesis of the taste of believing, so that's kinda still there. And like I said, we have some cool edgy imaginary images here in this basically leather trench coat, some crop top, and Fire is looking mighty fine. This male Fire is looking mighty fine in this. So yeah, upside down crosses, very edgy. If you don't know what it actually means, it's so surprise for those of you who don't know lore from our actual world. That's not a symbol of the devil, that's the Pope's cross. So yeah, the legend is that Saint Peter didn't want to be crucified like Yeshua, and was crucified upside down on his own wishes. So he was like the first Pope, in a way. So now that's the papal symbol of, you know, Pope. That's the symbol of Pope, basically. Too much lore. Shadow Dancer. That's the most zesty outfit I can imagine for male Fire. Really, it looks great. It looks hot as hell. And we can see both male and female fire right at the beginning in this outfit here, and both are looking fine. So let's go back here. Right, the Senator, very gothic looking, very Edgar Allan Poe, I have to say. So Senator it is called. And another fun fact from real world, Senator is not only a name of Chronicles of Darkness game line, but it was also an actual job back in the day, like back in the day. So that was basically a person who would go to a deceased human, and would eat bread and drink like water and wine off of their dead body while praying. And by that it was believed that this person, this sin eater, would, with the food consumed, eat the sins of the deceased. So yeah, another very fun fact. And obviously the priest outfit. Outfits are not gender locked, so both male and female fire will have the priest outfit, obviously. Some more customization. Very edgy, very gothy. Yeah, so Tolly, again, being amazing, giving a snarky remark of us being possibly ex-Sabbath. And again, us biting and us our glowing eyes. And this is very true for Lasombra. And this shot of female fire is fire. This is the hottest shot I can imagine. But let's focus on the line the fire is saying. Those who need coddling are not worthy of Clan Lasombra. And the other part is, you should have found yourself a Ventru. So like I said, many people in the world of darkness and in the TRPG community basically think that Lasombra are the Ventru for religion and the Sabbath, the edgy Ventru, just like Ministry are like, you know, sneaky hotter Toreadors, but that's not the case. While they are both Ventru and Lasombra are manipulators, they manipulate, they use other people to do their bidding, they hide facts, they do stuff with money, they deal with hundreds of millions of currency. They are not the same. And that's not only because one is more religious manipulation, the other more financial. Lasombra are tough, while Ventru are aristocrats. They are the blue bloods, the royalty. To be a Lasombra, it's not enough for you to manipulate others. You need to be tough. Lasombra don't pick flowers. They don't look for someone just because, oh, you have a lot of money, you are a priest, I will embrace you. No, they test their progeny. If you're not tough enough to be the shadows, to live in the shadows among the monsters, you're not fit enough to be a Lasombra. If you just have money, you have influence, you're a crybaby, great, you are a Ventru, congrats, you're a blue blood, you are an immortal, go do your stuff. But Lasombra are not like that. They are very demanding of their children. They are cruel, they are ruthless. Even their compulsion is called ruthlessness. You become cold, manipulating, because you lost basically everything to become the thing you are now. So you can only move forward. Of course, you can live a luxurious unlife, but you're still a monster, and Lasombra embrace that. They know you need to be tough. You can't cry. Well, vampires don't usually cry, but you know what I mean. If you break, you die. For good. So yeah. And talking about compulsions, I will quickly mention the Lasombra Bane, the clan curse. So Lasombra are not very good with reflections and technology. In Legacy editions, it was basically that Lasombra had no natural reflections. They use the typical vampire stuff. You look into the mirror, there's nothing, no reflection, nothing. Just you can see through a person in the mirror. In V5, however, Lasombra have reflections. In a way, the reflections are very hazy, indistinguishable, like a blob of something. Technology can see them, but as a glitched image. And they can't really use phones without making an appropriate roll, because their curse also affects technology. It breaks electronics. So, yeah, Lasombra are very edgy. And that's that. That was one of the better trailers, I must say. Lasombra will be most likely my second or third playthrough of the game, right after Tremere, of course. And I'm very excited. We are 2 weeks away from the game. Yeah, the time flies, yeah. So let me know. What do you guys think about this trailer? Will you go Lasombra for your first playthrough? And what do you, think about Lasombra in general? So let me know in the comments. Obviously, the link to the trailer we watched is in the description below. Thank you again, and see you next week for the final Toreador trailer. Bye-bye.